Fat Joe's the new puppet. Jay-Z playing ventriloquist right now, using Fat Joe to talk for him. Dame, don't waste your time going at Joe. Talk directly at Jay.
Man, roll the clip. Now, this video isn't meant to cover the entire Terror Squad versus Rockefeller beef, but I need to cover some of it to provide you a context to what leads to Fat Joe and Dame Dash having issues. It's April 12, 1998, and Terror Squad and Rockefeller have an altercation at Club Carbon in New York. The story goes a Terror Squad affiliate was the club promoter and paid Jay-Z $15,000 for a walkthrough. But then Jay was asked to perform and he refused, saying $15,000 wasn't enough. Somehow an altercation happens backstage in the green room and the Terror Squad affiliate got hit in the head with a bottle and comes out bleeding. Jay-Z was later accused of smashing the bottle on the head of the TS affiliate, but it was reported that it was actually Memphis Bleek that did it. A full-on brawl happens between both parties. Now, there's been a lot of rumors over the years about Jay-Z allegedly being hit with a bottle on his head. However, Cuban Link and Liza Rios both denied this happening. It's May 2014, and Combat Jack does an interview with DJ Who Kid saying Dame Dash got beat up by TS back in the day.
Yo, Terror Squad and Rockefeller always had beef.
But there was a situation where Jay went out the wrong way in the club in the back, and then they hit him with a bottle. But Jay never went back to this.
Did they hit Jay or they hit Damon?
No, they hit Jay. I think Jay got hit with a bottle.
Because I remember that knot on Damon's big ass head. Like I used to represent Damon.
Oh, okay.
And I remember one time he came to my office. He had a big bandage on his head. And he was talking about one night they got into it heavy with Terror Squad, and he was like, "Yo, I was trying to crawl out, and this nigga kept hitting me in the head with a champagne bottle, and I was praying that the bottle would break, but them bottles don't fucking break."
Those kept going.
So then he said they caught him about 4 times, like, "Oh God, this bottle's gonna kill him."
Man,
So
but I think that was probably the fight on the inside.
Right.
But Jay, I think, tried to escape on behind the club.
Now let's rewind. Shortly after the Club Carbon incident, Sauce Money releases the song Middle Finger You, and it is interpreted as a diss to Fat Joe and Big Pun. Sauce Money has widely denied this, but has said that Pun got offended by this line.
"We all know the rules, fool, jewels, women, and dough. Did you hear? I'm the fattest, nicest rapper you know."
However, former Terror Squad member Cuban Link has stated there was another version of the song that came from DJ Who Kid, and on this version, he remembers Sauce Money saying, "Them two fat ninjas," which is what angered Big Pun and Fat Joe, declaring that the beef was on. About a week goes by and DJ Who Kid is kidnapped by Big Pun.
Somebody tricked me into meeting them in Harlem, but it was actually Pun that was on the phone. I thought he was a promoter. I was wondering why he was breathing crazy or whatever. Weeks before, there was a diss record that Sauce Money put out, because I think Jay-Z and Pun had beef in the club, and I think they hit Jay-Z with a bottle or some shit. Jay-Z was sleeping, whatever, in the back. So Jay-Z never responded, but Sauce Money responded. But I think I had the only record at that time dissing Pun like really bad, like talking about killing Pun, family members, all kinds of stupid shit. But I was the only DJ who had it. The way they had it set up, yo, it was the perfect setup, because it was a circle. You know, the 2 big projects, 3 projects, 3 buildings, 2 on the side, 1 in the middle, and it's a circle. The van was in the middle, and the van was a hooked up van. Van had rims, had fire on it, and then now I see Pun. I was like, oh shit. In my head, the mixtape came up. I was like, oh, I'm about to fuck. So I was like, the way they had it set up, the van was to the side, so I was blocked. So my loser friends was in the car like, dancing or whatever. Try, do the bogey shit. I put my hand out, yo, what up, kid? Because I thought maybe this is really, they would have booked me. In my head, I was like, maybe they do want to book me, you know what I'm saying? I put my hand out, and Pun was like, his head went behind his head. He was like, and I was like,
them alligator hands.
No, he was like, he put it behind his head, like he didn't want to give me a pound.
Wow.
So I was like, oh shit. So he was like, you want to come in the van and we're gonna chop it? I was like, hell no, I don't want to come in the van. So and I tried to back up. Now this is the backup part, right? I tried to back up. He still thinks I'm the gangster guy that cursed him out on the phone. And then I think when I backed up, my hands went down, and that's when Pun had a Uzi. I'll never forget this shit. Pun Uzi. So like Pun had the Uzi, his other homeboy. So I closed my eyes, right? So when I closed my eyes and when I opened them, I was in the van. That's how fast I got in the van.
It's May 1998 and DMX has a listening party for It's Dark and Hell is Hot, and Jay-Z approaches Cuban Link and tells him Sauce Money's song wasn't about Pun and Joe. Cuban tells Jay that it really does sound like a diss to Pun and Joe, and they were really upset about it.
You know, at the end of the day, Jay did see me one time in a DMX listening party, and he came up to me and he said, "Yo, Cuban," and I said, "Yeah, what's up, baby?" But Jay approached me and he told me, "Yo, I heard you niggas feel a certain way about this, that, because he remember Sauce Money.
Yeah.
He did a song.
Okay.
He like getting at Joe and Pun.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We heard it. You know what I'm saying? And anyway, Jay pulled me to the side and told me, "Yo, that wasn't even about them. That this, that. Not more of an apology, but more just putting me on point. Like, yo, that shit had nothing to do with that."
Yeah.
And when I went shortly, he told me, "Yo, tell them niggas, yo, it's not about that, whatever." So I go back and I tell these niggas, "Yo, did y'all hear about this song?" He said, "Yo, them niggas try to get at us. It was amped up already."
Later that year, LL Cool J is on the Super Jam 98 Rap Extravaganza tour with Big Pun, Drew Hill, Charlie Baltimore, and the Goody Mob. At one of the tour dates, Jay-Z asked to speak to Big Pun and Fat Joe to smooth things over, and they talk in the green room. Cuban Link is asked to watch the door. The conversation angers Big Pun, and he pulls out his Rambo knife and starts chasing Jay-Z around the room as Jay tells him to chill. Joe is trying to calm Pun down, but at the same time try to get Jay. Things calm down when Jay offers to give money to make the situation at Carbon right. Cuban Link recalls hearing the furniture move as he was watching the door, and then laughing with Big Pun and Fat Joe in the elevator as they tell him what unfolded. It's unknown if that money was ever paid. It's December 2004, and Jay-Z and Dame have dinner at the Silvano. It is at this dinner that Jay offers to give Dame and Biggs Rockefeller Records in exchange for their 33.3% stake in Reasonable Doubt. Jay was willing to give up his masters for other albums and even turn down the job at Def Jam if they would just give him Reasonable Doubt. Dame declined the offer, and that resulted in Jay taking the Def Jam president job and everything else he could possibly take. And just like that, it was the end of an era. It's March 13, 2015, and Dame Dash gets mad when asked about Jay-Z during an interview with The Breakfast Club. Dame says everybody knows what happened with him and Jay, and it's been over 15 years and he doesn't want to talk about it anymore. The look on Murder Mook's face says it all. Dame is clearly irritated, and Charlemagne tries to say that people are interested in him now mentioning the CEO of Rock Nation, and Dame says he's never said any names and this stuff is not a joke. This is the type of stuff that gets you killed or in prison. He says when people start making certain friends, people from his hood don't even talk about them anymore. It's May 24th, 2016, and Fat Joe and Remy Ma release a remix to All the Way Up, featuring Jay-Z. Joe and Jay called a truce that was orchestrated by Nori and Memphis Bleak. This also led the way for Joe to eventually sign to Rock Nation on January 18, 2017. It's July 2023. Fat Joe does an interview with Cam Capone News about his relationship with Jay-Z.
He's someone I really call family. I really call my brother. And you know, when you help me feed my kids, I'm loyal for life on another level. And so the fact that I've been able to be business partners with Jay-Z and get money and, it's been the biggest blessing in the world.
It's December 15th, 2023, and Dame does an interview with allhiphop.com and kind of addresses the Terror Squad fight.
At Rockefeller, we had a lot of fights. A lot.
Right.
A lot. Like a lot of brawls. A lot.
Right. And that's why
in the 90s, that was part of it. Like, it was a lot of fighting. I ain't gonna lie. Right. So we had a lot of beef with a lot of different crews. I'm not getting into it. I spent a lot of my time squashing and pause, like having meetings to because we couldn't get no money fighting. But we definitely had a lot of issues in a lot of clubs. Right.
Well, not to name a club or names, but do you ever recall a situation where y'all got into a brawl, y'all beat niggas half to death, and the club wouldn't let y'all out, and allegedly you had to pay $50,000 to get out of the club? Because this is a story Bleak tells.
I know. I don't remember that.
Yeah, because I thought that was.
I don't remember.
I thought that was a far.
It could have happened, but I just don't. Like, there was times, because sometimes they would book us. One time they booked us to try to rob us.
It's December 30th, 2023, and Fat Joe takes shots at Dame Dash on Instagram Live.
Delusional is real. People hype themselves up to believe that there's something they're not. If you're a hustler, if you're a money getter, then where's your money? If you're a genius and you're smart, then where's your... And so, whoever you are, you know, Jay-Z said, you know, you made a Jay-Z, go make another Jay-Z. And that's not a direct shot at Dame Dash. I have no issues with Dame Dash in the world, but I'm just saying that's one of the most historic lines ever. And I happen to think that Dame Dash is a smart guy, an intelligent guy. But he said it. You made one, go make another one. You can't tell me that because I put Big Pun on, then I put DJ Khaled on. Put Cool and Dre and put Scott Storch on. But please, guys, you don't have to give me, don't give me the glory, guys. Don't do that. Like, but do something. The delusion is unreal out here.
It's January 13th, 2024, and Dame Dash responds to Fat Joe's comments about him making another Hove.
And I was surprised at Fat Joe because he ain't got shit to do with it. And, you know, grown men, he's from the street. We don't usually talk on other men's business, so maybe he's changed. But regardless, I ain't got no beef with you, but I have a response to what you said. Number one, make another Hove? Why the fuck would I make another Hove? He was double dipping. We were paying him highly as an artist, and then he was double dipping from the company, and it didn't make me a lot of money. He did not generate $100 million a year for me. That's why I had to do a lot of other shit. I don't want to make another Hove. But I did make a Kanye, a Cameron, Pause, or Help. And, you know, after you do that, I don't have anything else to do. But what I did do is the next year, I started another company called Rachel Roy, and it generated over $100 million a year. So I didn't make another Hove. I made another $100 million company. But because you don't speak that language, and most people don't, and then what I'm doing now, because he was like, yo, where the money at? Number one, to me, it's not a manly thing to ask about another man's money. And other men don't show their money to prove anything to another man. So it's almost like a mind your business kind of thing. But either way, that's your approach. Go ahead and do that. Whatever. I want to enlighten Fat Joe as to other businesses. Now, I see him doing other businesses like Beard Dye.
Fat Joe, DJ Khaled, Tank, Tyson Beckford, the Wonder Boy, Travis Kelce. Right for the holidays, get that glow. You see how that thing going? Rewind to 10, baby. Why fight the time when you can rewind the time?
And promoting, putting dye on your face to make yourself look younger, that's not my business model. I've heard him say things like, I'm gonna open the door of the richest man in the room. That's not me. You know, you can do what you wanna do. It's all good. And I feel like Fat Joe and I have always had a good rapport. We used to have a lot of problems with Fat Joe, Big Pun, and I would be the guy, the voice of reason to squash all that. And I think someone should ask Fat Joe about it. He could articulate it. But again, I'm not trying to sell beard dye. I'm not trying to open up doors for people that have more money than me. I'm not trying to go into a club, make music, and be the old guy in the club and try to make myself look younger. Don't ever ask me about my money. That's corny. I'm never going to ask you about yours. I don't have a bankruptcy. I never went to jail for tax evasion. And if you did, I'm not down playing you. I just never did all that.
Right.
All I've done is invest every dollar into my dreams.
It's January 17th, 2024, and former Rockefeller affiliate Choke No Joke warns Dame Dash about Fat Joe.
Dame, man, you gotta talk to Geppetto, not Pinocchio. Dame, you cannot be talking to Geppetto. You know how your man, you know how the wig man do it. been doing the same routine since state property. He's in state property at Nas. He ain't got the kahunas to address you himself, so he gonna send somebody. And Fat Joe's the new puppet. He did it to me. Everybody seen these old guys on Rockefeller from Rockefeller on YouTube. That's your boy again, Dane, with his hand up, nigga. His hand up, dude. I ain't gonna go that far. His hand up the back of dude's shirts. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z playing ventriloquist right now, using Fat Joe to talk for him. Dame, don't waste your time going at Joe. Talk directly at Jay. Dame, you gotta know that Fat Joe is only coming out saying what he's saying because Jay telling him to do that for damage control. Because he think he's too big to address shit, and we know he don't never address nothing. You know it more than anybody else, and I know it just as much as you know it. He ain't addressing nothing. You think he above everybody else. And as long as he got sons like Fat Joe, you know, Mev Bleak, you know, Elliot Wilson. Elliot is his daughter. The other niggas his sons. So Dane, next interview you do, don't talk to Joe, talk to Jay.
It's April 20th, 2024, and Dame Dash is seen taking a picture with Fat Joe's mortal enemy. That's right. This enemy is Joe's biggest enemy, who he could never forgive and historically has shown to not affiliate with anyone that affiliates with this enemy. We are talking about the one and only Cuban Link. Former Terror Squad member Cuban Link and Dame Dash were seen at some sort of event hanging out and taking pictures, and all Terror Squad fans or major New York hip-hop fans know about the brotherhood that turned sour between Cuban Link and Fat Joe. It's August 2024, and Choke No Joke does an interview with Comedy Hype about Jay-Z using others to blackball Dame.
Didn't even be the reason. The reason why Jay owes Dame is because he made a conscious effort with Steve Stout and others to stop Dame from prospering. So that's why he will owe him, because he deliberately put a banana in his tailpipe so his car couldn't move. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
He stabbed his tire, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So that's why Jay owes Dame, because Dame could still have the potential to be something big, but they made a conscious effort to make sure that he did. So that's why Jay still owes Dame.
And I would guess that's why he's in the position he's in now, where he has to sell off his 1/3 share of Rockefeller.
It's October 16, 2024, and Fat Joe appears on Club Shay Shay and checks Dame Dash. Joe starts by saying he would be a fool to turn down working with Rock Nation because they are the most powerful people in the business. Joe denies this in Dame with the initial delusional comment. Joe says it's very sad to see Dame at this point in his life, and Dame is blocking his own blessings. He says that, Dame, you know what time it is, and you know the difference between me and you, almost as if he's alluding to the famous Rockefeller and Terror Squad fight, like Dame should know better. Joe says he originally was going to fire back at Dame, but realized he shouldn't drag Dame while he's already down, and Joe kept reiterating how sad it was to see Dame at this point in his life. It's October 18, 2024, and Big Face Gary calls Dame Dash on FaceTime to address Fat Joe.
Yo, Dame, I'm live right now. I'm going crazy because I'm tired. This is me talking, Dame. I'm tired of Fat Joe playing with you. I can't take it no more. He said some crazy shit today. I feel sorry for you. Dame, I said don't feel sorry for you. You got 5 houses, 10 cars. You're fine. Everybody got their happiness, Dame. Don't feel sorry for Dame. Dame is fine.
I think that's the narrative that people are trying to put out there, that's all. What I'm saying is, look, Steve South says it too. They all come from the same camp. So obviously the narrative that they've been told to say, they all work together. It's the narrative.
Dame is my friend. Right is right, wrong is wrong. No, Dame, let me finish. I'm tired of these niggas, because these niggas are suckers, man. Fat Joe never cared about Dame.
Helmet on. What you got a helmet on?
That's my helmet. It's a war helmet when I go to war, Dang. I put it when I go to war. Yo, Dame, no, that make you laugh. Then he made a comment on Shay Shay like, he said he feels sorry for you. For what? You ain't no sucker. For what?
Bro, don't worry about that, man. That's just all part of the game.
Well, I don't like it, Dame. I want to let niggas know you're my friend.
Listen, people can say that, but they just want people to think that. But all that matters is what you see, what I see in my life. What other people say about me don't matter, but the fact that they feel the need to talk about me means that people haven't even saying, yo, y'all gotta make
It's October 21st, 2024, and Dame Dash responds to Fat Joe while on the American New Network.
When he said the thing like he knows, I didn't quite get that one, but I'm not ever going to get on any kind of what's against the shit. I'm 53 years old. I haven't been in the street 30 years. I do still live by certain principles. So maybe what he was saying we're not the same is that because of our street principles, there's certain people that we can never work with if we're still true to those morals. So if he's not still true to those morals, and based on certain things he said in those interviews who he works with, those street morals are not the same. And, you know, that's one of the reasons why I chose to take a different path. What he's saying, I was in a sorry place, or he felt sorry for where I'm at. I don't really understand that part, but I kind of do. You know, like, I now understand who he's managed by. And those are the same people on the court, or that have been trying to devalue something I'm trying to sell. So it kind of makes sense where that conversation there came from. Well, you know, that's the narrative. It just seems like for some reason, a guy like a Steve Stout and what Fat Joe said, it seems like it's the same narrative. So it seems like somebody's telling them to say that. It's the same people affiliated with the same people. And that's what I have to deal with. When I have a problem with one person, it's with everybody they work with because they seem to make them choose a side. But what I do want to say is what I also saw with Fat Joe is how great of a father he is. And I got to give that man props for that. And that trumps anything. So here's what I want to know. If you have this kind of respect for me, because of who you work with, would you be allowed to get any money with me? Would you be able to do a business with me? Would you be able to put something on American New? Can we show the culture that we don't have a problem and work together? If we do that, I guarantee you I'm down. No matter what, just to show, for example, that people that have disagreements in this culture don't have to fight. People that are working with people that don't get along with other people for whatever reason it is, maybe you don't have to choose a side, they can work. But if I offended you in any way, my bad. But all I did was you called and said something about me. I said my opinion on what you said, and I just repeated things that you said proud. But, you know, you said you were wanting to time proudly. I would never die my beard. We do things different. There's no disrespect. It's just something that I was saying to showcase how we are different. That's all. I don't want to pretend I'm young, and I'm not saying you are or anything. I'm just saying that's, you know, there's definitely fundamental differences in who we are. But you got it in the gangster shit. You got it. I would never. You got it. I know. I get it.
It's October 22nd, 2024, and Dame Dash goes live with Big Face Gary and addresses the narrative.
New clothes, new sneakers, new glasses, new music, new television network. Whoever has the nerve to say they feel sorry for me is lying for somebody else. They've been sent to say that.
That shit was super corny.
I'm not talking about that one person.
That's in general, yeah.
There's certain people that are affiliated with certain people that like to paint a certain narrative so that you think being independent means that, you know, it comes with some kind of struggle. The only struggling we doing is who not to laugh at in their face when they're getting themselves played. And that's it. But other than that, being with my girl every day and my child and being able to work with the people I want to and not be worried, ain't nothing better than that. And also her being able to work on, you know, on American New. She has a whole children's network, her books, her movie, you know, watching my woman evolve, watching her see her dreams come true on her terms. And ain't nothing better than that.
When it comes to this beef, it seems like there was a lot of little incidents over the years. The beef between Jay-Z and Fat Joe was squashed, and Joe has made it a point to be loyal to his new team, Rock Nation, and oppose anyone that opposes the team. Dame has offered a peaceful resolution with Joe, but I'm sure he already knows the response. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. Put your thoughts down in the comments and make sure you like and subscribe and stay connected with Panda Chop Chronicles. Peace!